Okay, hey everybody, it's Dr. Norbert. Come on, Kingpin, give me some stage time. Here we go. Where am I? No, not there I am. Hello, everybody. There's the Huggy Bear, and there's the game, everybody. We are here for the finals of Season 16 of the MCP TTS League, and we are so glad that you joined us for this special occasion, the first finals. Now we're doing only the winners only get to go forward into the special invitational at the end of the year, and so this is actually a pretty big deal. So I'm so glad you're back for this, Huggy Bear. We missed you the last couple of weeks where you've had some real life issues to deal with, and man, it's good to have you back, especially for the final.
Good to be back. We've done a ton of these finals by now, and they have all of them proven to be astounding games.
Cool. All right, let us take a look at what the boys have brought along. So it is going to be Gil Surepi from Denmark playing Asgard. He did decide to stick with Asgard, even though the league picked up the new character changes for the final week. So Thor 2 is different. So let us take a look at what he brought along.
Yeah, stuck with him.
He's stuck. He's stuck with them. Let's see. Baron Zemo 1. Yep. Beta Ray Bill. Lady Sif. Loki 2. Namor. No Gem. Valkyrie. Toad. Thor 2. He's brought him along, even though he's been changed. Lady Thor. Mighty Thor. And Shang-Chi. His crises are
good stuff.
Demons Downtown. Gamma Wave. Intrusions. Deadly Legacy Virus, Fear Grips, and Scrolls. Tactics are Brace, Chi Mastery, Freya's Blessing, Giant's Blood, I'm a Baron After All, Odin's Blessing, Patch Up, Rainbow Bridge, Recal, and Warpath. Facing him is the Savant of MCP from the northeast of England. Fighting off that Viking menace is the one and only Jim Gradwell. Jim's brought Kingpin, Drax, Bullseye, Black Bolt, Beast, Lockjaw, Ms. Marvel, Namor without a gem, Quicksilver, and Toad. Interesting. Cards are Warpath, Terragenesis, Survival, Recal, Princess Protection, Patch Up, Inhuman Royal Family, Can I Borrow That? Brace for Impact, and Adelan Rising. Turns out Gil won priority and picked Secures. Okay, you guys can
No
go.
surprise there.
What threat? All right, let's see what the... what is the...
Yeah, I'm a bit intrigued by the Kingpin inclusion here. I was at first, since Bullseye was also in there, I was thinking, ooh, is there a criminal splash in here? But it looks like to me that it's the Kingpin is some sort of Thor 2, anti-Thor 2 tech.
Yes, absolutely can be, and we'll talk about that. You're absolutely right about that. All right, so the secure that Gil got was Intrusions, okay? And the extract from Jim was Fear Grips. The map tonight comes from Pat, good old Pat, ATB, old school, OG Pat. No, how do I say this? Pat, the OG ATB player. Whatever. He made this map tonight. Thank you so much, Pat. And let us go ahead and take a look at it. I need to change some settings because it's showing who's online here today, which is I don't want. Okay. We have got, what are these? Solar panels, size 2 solar panels at the bottom left and right. We got a size 3 cargo container, size 3 cargo container in the middle. Dead center is a turret, size 2. A couple of size 1 vents scattered around here. I think this barrel's also, or stump is size 1. Size 4 hauler at the top of the screen. Another turret to its left, and a size 3 station on its right. The crises, as we were saying, was intrusion. So that's straight down the middle. So that'll be here at the top of the screen, right in the middle, and on the bottom. This is where you pay a power, and you can roll a die and interact with them to teleport from one to the other. If you get the wrong symbol, though, your opponent gets to put you on one of the other ones. Meanwhile, hammers is also at the very bottom and also at the top. And then there'll be one on the left here somewhere. Where is it? I can't see it. There's one on the right here. Oh, it's probably behind this cargo thing. Yeah, sure enough. There's one on the right and one on the left here down the middle. All right, Huggy Bear, now that you've seen everything, what are your impressions about this matchup?
It Inhumans are unpredictable, and Jim is even more unpredictable. So I don't, I dare not speculate what he's gonna put forward here. So when it comes to Asgard, what was the threat level again?
19. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
19. Okay.
Jim picked
Yeah.
19.
So I mean, there's if Gil sticks to the normal the earlier Asgard guns, then we should be seeing Beta Ray Bill, Sif, Thor 2, and Lady Thor. But we already see that there's a Loki there, so I'm immediately wrong.
All right.
Yeah, I mean Loki 2 can take the place of Lady Thor, of course.
Let's see what Gil decided to put down. He's already revealed. He has got Baron Zemo 1.
Oh, yeah.
Thor 2. Still good, apparently. Lady Thor. And Loki 2. Interesting to see which one will be his leader.
So he decided to not bring an Incinerate Immune model.
Why does that matter?
Because it's... it's Intrusions. Never mind.
Yeah. Freya's Blessing, which is we can reroll any number of defense dice this round. Patch Up, Odin's Blessing, Recal, and I Am a Baron After All. So pretty common.
Will be interesting to see then who Gil chooses as a leader. Will it be Loki or will it be Jane?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna call her Jane from now
on. Lady Jane. Okay. Jim has brought
because there's gonna be 2 Thors on the board. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
One's Thor, one's Jane.
Got it.
Jane Foster.
Quicksilver. Ms. Marvel. Namor. Black Bolt and Drax. Interesting.
He's taking... I have to say I like this team, and Drax is intriguing.
Brace. Can I borrow that? Inhuman Royal Family. Patch Up and Recal. This is really interesting. Both of these guys have taken
Drax,
some...
If you can funnel him power, which Black Bolt can, then he has a size 3 character throw, which is very good. And he is... when he starts building up power, he's no pushover in a fight. But he lacks in the action economy department, so he needs help getting there to where he wants. But it helps, of course, when you can teleport around on the Intrusions crisis.
Crunstal is asking, with Thor 2's builder being range 2 now, do you think that gives Jane more weight?
Definitely. I would consider her the best Thor now, actually. I wouldn't say Thor 2 is a bad model, because he obviously isn't, but I do see him having a lot of power generating issues going forward. The biggest nerf he took, I think, was the builder going from range 3 to range 2. So that means that he's on way more occasions going to be forced to take a move action rather than making another attack. And that's also going to make it so that he gets to do his pounds more rarely, because he's not going to be as efficient with building power. And on top of that, his builder went down from 7 dice to 6. And a 6 dice attack whiffs way more often than a 7 dice attack. So yeah, I think he's struggling a bit now in comparison to other 6 threats, such as Hulk. That is at least my hot take when it comes to the Thor 2 nerfs. It will be interesting to see if he can still show his guns today. But I think we will notice the nerf.
All right, so Gil's put Thor 2 on the midline. Just to his right is Loki 2. Flanking hard right is Lady Thor.
Yep.
Flanking hard left is Baron Zemo. So those are 2 extract runners.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Jim has put Quicksilver dead center. Left, Ms. Marvel. Hard left is Namor. On the right is Drax. Hard right is Black Bolt. That is everybody. The cards they took are you see on top of the screen here. And
Everyone's neatly placed within 3 of each other so that they can send power in either direction.
all right, before we get rolling, I got to open up my big bag of taster whiskeys. Thank you again to Patrick Long for this nice gift. While I pour myself one, what do you have tonight?
I have a good old whiskey cola.
Whiskey cola, okay.
Yeah.
I have Sailor's Home from Caravel, 10-year-old blend, 46%. Let's see what this is. Ooh, it smells delicious. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Listen, everybody, this is the finals. We hope you've been enjoying the last 6 weeks of us streaming. We certainly enjoyed delivering it to you. And most of all, we are super hopeful that you are excited about MCP and continue to be excited about MCP as we do these streams. So cheers to everybody. Thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm. Oh, that was good. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so it looks like Jane has moved up to the top of the screen and taken the first extract and is also contesting that secure, naturally. She is standing on the size 4 hauler. I guess she has flight, so she was able to get on there, no problem.
For sure. And now it seems like Jim is eyeing to fish for a wild to pull Jane closer, and then most likely funnel a power to Namor so that he can charge round 1, which is, of course, extremely powerful.
Big news for everybody. First of all, if you haven't realized it, the last week of the TTS League has adopted the changes to Thor and Thanos and a Hellfire Club, etc. So that's why you're seeing the modified Thor 2 here. But also, like minutes before we went live, AMG dropped the official new list of crises. Yeah, it's a transmission, and they explain they didn't drop as many as I had anticipated, actually. And they mentioned which of the original crises are not going to be legal and which of the new ones are not going to be legal. But I think it's only like 2 or 3 of each from each set. So you can take a look at that. It's in their transmission. And so that'll come live after that box gets released, I think, or after Adepticon, one of the 2. So that's Drax. Drax decided to just move up and grab the hammer and also hold that secure. He's a tough character, so that is not so risky.
Indeed. I mean, Asgard has a ton of killing power, but not anything particularly threatening that side of the board. So if Miss Marvel can get lucky here and pull Jane closer, then maybe we can see... I mean, as long as she funnels a power to Namor, he will simply put a staggering attack into her, and then followed by another one, which is a great opening for the Inhumans, I'd say.
Okay, I just got confirmation from Gil. It's Loki 2 as the leader. Loki 2.
Loki 2 is the leader, so he'll be spending for rerolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so people are confirming that. I thought too, from our interview on Across the Bifrost with the AMG guys, they did say it would come out before, the list would come out before Adepticon, but not go live until after Adepticon. But now in the transmission, they said the 14th of March, which is before Adepticon. So I have a feeling it's going to be legal at Adepticon. So there might have been
it makes sense. It's not. I mean, no one likes
playing
an
old
big
game
tournament with play the old game at a big event. So
yep.
Everyone will be excited for the new stuff. So
what just happened? Was it Ms. Marvel? Ms. Marvel went
Ms. Marvel went up, did a Morpho Punch, or what it's called, the range 4 dice attack into Jane, who seems to have blocked it all, and she did not get the wild to pull Jane closer, which is what I believe he was mainly fishing for.
Yeah. And as if it wasn't clear to people, Drax went and Gil must have then passed because the Jim went straight away with another character, namely Ms. Marvel. And now it is Loki 2 has just moved Thor 2 forward with his portaling ability. And then Loki has now moved a second time to double up on that secure at the top of your screen.
Go forth.
Go forth. Yes, that's right. Yeah, exciting times for MCP. We'll be playing the new Crises soon. It's going to be like a brand new game coming out. Some of these kaijus have been tamed a bit. Man, now's the time to be playing MCP. If you dust off your models, people, and get a game or host a game. You know, encourage your community to grow. It's be the change that you want to see. Adepticon will be quite impactful then if these new Crises lists are in play there. People will be really interested to see how the serious players adapt to the new meta.
All right, I'll have to dig deeper into that later.
Okay.
So I guess it's Jim's turn.
Yeah, you see, right. If you see a lot of blue sticks flying around, it's Jim's turn.
Yeah, he has a habit of measuring everything.
Yeah.
To very delicate, from very delicate to no purpose at all.
All right, so Namor's got a bunch of power from the Inhumans leadership ability, which made his charge go online, and he is now charging. I missed the see who the target was. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it could be either Jane or Loki, but my guess would be Jane. Ooh,
not a good hit. No, not a good hit. He needs to do damage to get us to stagger through.
Does not connect.
Does not connect. No, it was a whiff. It was a whiff. That's not good news for Jim. And he's got one person now contesting it, but not enough to win the secure at the top or neutralize it even.
No. He could do another attack. Yeah, and he even suffered 1 damage from, oh my, what a pity.
Yeah, for rolling a skull. Of course.
Yeah.
There's a good hit.
But that's also a good block.
That's a good block. Yikes. Yeah, so 6 hits into 4 saves. Ugh. Man.
Yeah, and I think here comes the Loki reroll. No, she didn't have power, no.
No, but I think, is he going to do another pity thing? He rolled a skull again. Guess not.
I think it's once per turn. No, it's not once per turn.
Does he need to roll power?
It should be.
Does he pay power?
Yeah, it costs 1 power, and Loki
he had none left. That's why he couldn't do it anymore.
That's right, Loki. You are getting no pity from me.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the show. Who are in the chatting. They're chatting away about the new crises. Very exciting. Meanwhile, Baron Zemo looks like he's going to be activating next. Baron Zemo could do 1 attack into Drax, but keep in mind that Black Bolt is backing up Drax on the left. A little hard to see on this map. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Here he comes. Baron Zemo looks like he's going to move up and then attack.
He should be out of range.
He has I am Baron after all. So, yeah, but he'll be out of range. You're right. Gil changing his mind. Man, this whiskey was really fruity. Like apricots and peaches. Yeah. Wow. Never had one that intense with the stone fruits.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Are
I
you
like
guys
those fruity whiskey?
Are you guys doing a winter holiday? Little winter break?
Yes, but not me because I'm working.
Ah, so the wife and the kid is being going off somewhere?
Yeah.
Ah, how nice. What where are they off to? generally speaking, somewhere in Sweden or going away?
Yeah, Sweden. Sweden.
Ah, okay.
Not too far.
Nice. So party at Huggies.
Yeah, perhaps.
Get some games going. Some of the glug, leftover glug.
Oof.
No,
Nobody really likes glug outside of Christmas.
Okay, aquavit and pickled herring.
Well, it's not midsummer's yet.
Oh my God, I'm getting it all wrong. What should we drink?
We do the aquavit and the pickled herring both for Christmas and midsummer's. It's actually a quite vague difference between Christmas cuisine and midsummer's dinner. It's basically the same stuff. Only main difference is the ham for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
You don't eat ham for midsummer.
Yeah.
And not as much cabbage.
What about? So what are you gonna do? Like, what's popular now? Like in the depth of winter, what should we be drinking?
Beer, I guess.
Beer. Okay.
Yeah, Asgard is having a hard time delivering attacks round 1 now.
What happened now?
Simo just double moved to the southern portal.
Okay. Okay.
So Quicksilver has received a bunch of power.
So Baron just he didn't use his card to try to charge instead. I guess it didn't make sense to charge Drax, but you never know.
For some reason, Can I Borrow That got flipped.
Yeah, and Brace too. I think he's just not had them in the right spot on the card, or something's wrong. Both those cards.
They are not played. They're just slightly off.
Oh, Sweepy Man Coming is in the chat. Hey, Sweepy Man, I saw you posting like a banshee in the Taco Truck Discord. It was kind of fun seeing you react to all the new crises and things. So thanks for coming along and joining us on the chat tonight.
So we have half an activation from. Nope, that was all. That was it. Okay.
What Quicksilver just moved there, and that's it.
Quicksilver picked up a hammer, moved down, and slided a power over to Black Bolt.
Oh, okay. I like him picking up a hammer because
Black Bolt now has enough power to do his power punch spender thingy.
Power Man punch? No, that's
that's Luke Cage.
Yeah, Meteor punch.
Hang on.
Meteor punch. No, that's Hulkbuster.
Yeah, it's Master Punch.
Master Punch. A lot of punches.
Take that. Yeah, it's range 3, cost 3. So he can, and you place within 1 of the opponent, so he can move up and deal damage to Simo while still getting onto the point and scoring it 2-1. But
and I was saying Quicksilver needs to do damage to get his Can I Borrow That card to work.
Yep.
So giving him a hammer makes a lot of sense because he can pick up that second hammer since it's not a only one per character kind of thing.
Yep. And since he needs to do damage with the attack, it's that the chance of achieving that increases when he's holding another hammer. So this looks like Gil measuring to where he can place Thor and still be safe from an early attack from Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Thor being a bit worried there.
So yeah, this is Jim's last activation. Oh, no, sorry, this is Thor's last activation. So Gil's last activation, and then it'll be Black Bolt. So yeah, Thor looks like he's just.
That looks like he's placing. Yeah, he's placed well within range of Black Bolt, but it seems way more appetizing for Black Bolt to attack Simo here because that's going to be 1 guaranteed BP.
All right, Black Bolt moves up and decides to attack with that. What did you call it? Action punch?
Master Punch.
Master Punch.
So this is like one of those attacks where
Ooh!
what you want. Ooh.
Ooh! Ow!
Where I was just about to say that this is one
Oof.
of those attacks where it doesn't really matter if you do damage or not, because what you want is the place.
Yeah.
And if you do damage, it's just bonus basically. And if he does at least 1 damage, he gets to throw Simo. My word,
Yeah.
that is a one shot.
One shot. One shot. What?
Violence.
Violence. Yeah. One shots and gets, like you said, gets to place within one of the character, which puts him on the point,
Yep.
which means that even if he didn't daze him, he would have gotten that point at the bottom. So Namor not showing up for Jim, but Black Bolt doing it in spades. Good to have my friends here. Mid-table obscurity, Red Coddle, Joe Jomanji. Thanks for coming, guys.
Jomanji, who has opinions about Simo's diet, apparently.
And that's it for the round. So what is the score? Let's see what they calculate it as.
So yeah, Asgard is scoring 2 secures and 2 extracts versus 1 secure and 2 extracts on the Inhuman side.
Okay, thank you. So Gil still gets 4 points.
So the hammer on Drax, there it is. It was just camouflaged against the background.
Mm-hmm.
Inhumans.
All right, so this is Gil's.
Those guys are pretty much space Nazis, aren't they?
Oh, hello. Probably. I could see that. I watched the TV show, and they weren't friendly people. They're snooty, very snooty. Superior, the superior people. Like.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but these are the people that put people in gas chambers.
Yes.
And
yeah.
and after that, they either develop superpowers or not. And if they don't, they become slaves for life in some sort of underground world.
Yes, that's right. They're in the mines.
Nazi to me.
All right, Gil's decided to flip I Am a Baron after all. So despite where his tools are, he's looking at Baron Zemo doing something. Let's see what it is. He's got a crap ton of power, so he can do all his master. He can do the spender and the rerolls, and so he's decided to go into Drax with that spender and the rerolls for Master Swordsman.
So Black Bolt can bodyguard this if he likes, but not sure.
Drax can take it.
I believe. Yeah, I think Drax is happy to take this attack because then he can. Card flip.
Yeah, he changed his mind.
It was recalibration matrix that got flipped, but no dice have been rolling.
Yeah. So I don't know what was going on there. All right, here he comes. The dice are being rolled. Zemo into Drax. Let's see how we do. Dice gods say good hit, but also a good save. Crits will matter here. Crits roll into 3 saves and
don't forget that Drax is reducing by 1.
And now there's the rerolls. Oh yeah, thank you. So it's effectively 4 saves potentially. And now, oh my goodness, there's going to be one more reroll from Baron Zemo's own reroll, his strategic genius. And that rolls into, not another hit. So that's 7 hits into...
Has he paid for Loki reroll?
He did not. Or at least he, yeah.
So 7 into 3, 1 reduced. Yep, that's 3 damage.
3 damage out of the 6. And that's his first attack. He's got power to do that again.
Yep. And now Drax got to put his vengeance token onto Loki.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time he attacks him, he will add 3 dice.
Yeah, it's such a great ability. I've been using Drax with the Dracula faction, Thralls of Dracula, and he's been great.
Yes.
Yes.
Dracula.
Okay, so this is the free move that you get off the spender.
Right. Steel Rush.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Drax is perfectly safe because the next attack can be bodyguarded by Black Bolt. Ooh, he decided to go within 2.
Yeah, let's see where he goes. He's going directly into Black Bolt with his
Ooh.
second act, and this will again be the spender with the rerolls, Master Swordsman. Here we go into Black Bolt. Not bad. 5 hits with a crit. The
No
skull.
blocks.
No,
Oh
no
my.
blocks. Ooh.
Black Bolt also has a reroll though. Let's not forget that. But
Yeah.
so far it's a one-shot.
6.
Recalibration Matrix is not online.
Ooh, that's 6 one-shots. Black Bolt back. That's amazing.
So it looks like Black Bolt actually did spend 1 power before that attack. So I assume this was that Drax was the original target, but that it was bodyguarded by Black Bolt.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, one shot city, as Joe puts it. Amazing. This is the new MCP, people. If you're not paying attention, look what they did to the game. It's only one shots now. AMG's mental. I'm just kidding, of course. Back over to Jim, who can't be happy with that. Cannot be happy with that. The dice gods.
No, but I mean, a powered up Simo is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sure your Kolar terrorizes you with him all the time.
Oh, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. All right, what's Jim gonna do?
But hey, Thanos is nerfed now, so
yeah,
glory days.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait until you guys meet Baron Mordo.
Baron Mordo is now the new battle.
Nah.
Okay. Sin, she's coming back. Jim obviously startled. He's trying to figure out what to do to salvage the situation. Drax looking to go after Baron Zemo. Drax does have a hammer.
Yeah, so now Jim is in a spot where he can. I mean, Gil cannot afford to daze another unactivated character without giving up priority. So as long as Jim only attacks activated characters, then Gil has to take care not to daze any unactivated characters unless he wants to give away priority.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting that Namor measures that charge to Thor because he could just teleport for 1.
Yeah, that's right.
No matter what he rolls, basically, I think he would be placed so that he could reach.
This is Namor into Lady Jane.
Yep.
Not a bad hit.
That's pretty good.
5 hits. Now the reroll coming in. For Namor, it doesn't help. 5 into 2 saves. So 3 going through. Lady Jane.
I assume Jane spends. Yep. Spends 1.
For rerolls from Loki. And they do not help.
Nope.
So she'll be taking 3 damage. Now, why does she have 2 in the first place? Did he do some damage to her?
Yeah, he did 2 attacks into her last
round. Oh,
round.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, he did the spender where she drops the hammer automatically.
Nice. And I think he's picked it up. So he has a hammer now to hit her again.
So this was not a charge. This was a swarm of crabs.
Swarm of crabs.
Not the crabs you're thinking of.
Hey! Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everyone's been there. Come on.
That's not a good hit.
So. Not a good hit. Despite the hammer, he screwed him up. The save was fantastic too, so she's fine. She's fine, and she's full of power, so that's not going to bode well for Jim. Turns out Asgard's still good. Asgard's still good, despite Thor 2 nerf. Newsflash.
So what's happening
what just happened now?
It was pointed to Drax's card, I believe.
Oh shoot! Sorry guys, I hate when I do that. I hit the space bar and it resets the view. All right, looks like Loki 2 into Namor.
Right.
Now it's just dice, guys. Movement part is over. People just beating each other up. Loki 2, not a good hit. 2 against 2 saves already. Namor is fine.
Did he get the trigger though?
What is it?
I think it's move short and get rooted.
Oh, there's
Let me check that.
second attack happening now while you look that up. Another crappy hit.
It's a crit wild, and it's it may advance the target short, and then it gets the root condition.
Okay, so he's got that trigger if that's the case, and that's 3 hits into just 1 save. So 2 will be going through on Namor, and I guess he moves him. Crit wild. Yep. Thank you, Peter. Yep.
Namor is not a big fan of root.
Nope. There comes root. Boop. Man, I've been playing a lot of Apocalypse, against a lot of Apocalypse lately, and I keep getting rooted, and it is a real ball ache.
Yep.
And here's the move. Good call, Huggy Bear.
Getting him, moving him closer to Thor.
And Loki just paid some more power to place himself or Lady Jane. I'm not sure. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
To heal, patch up. He's just patched up Lady Jane.
Yep. All that work for nothing.
Yeah, that is a bitch. All right. Jim's got Ms. Marvel on tap. And he's looking to see if he can get after Baron Zemo. Try to take him down.
He also has patch up.
Patch up Drax. Patch up Namor. Both have hammers. Actually, how did... Oh, Quicksilver did... Can I borrow... No. How did Namor get... Oh, hammer got from the crabs. From the crabs thing, he got the hammer. Yep. Okay, cool. Crabs. Oh,
got crabs, get a hammer.
They are... okay, they're taking a little break because of children. Okay, thanks, guys, for letting us know. Meanwhile, Huggy Bear, tell us about your podcast and your big tournament coming up.
Yes. Let's start with the multiverse of... the podcast, which is called The Masters of the Multiverse.
Okay.
A podcast where we do monthly episodes that aim at anyone who wants to improve their gameplay experience. Anyone who is aiming to get better at this game, if they find that aspect enjoyable. And then we also have a big event coming up in June called the Multiverse of Malmo, which takes place in the city of Malmo, which is a very, very short train ride away from Copenhagen Airport, where WTC was hosted and will be hosted. So very convenient to get there. And it's going to be 40 spots for now, at least, and they are almost sold out.
Ah, nice. I was going to ask. Congrats.
Yep, we're extremely excited.
Cool. Meanwhile, in London, you can come to the next chapter of the Mutant Weekender. 2-day event, May 17th through 18th in West London. It's a competitive event that has a narrative veneer over the top of it. And we have 52 tickets sold already, so be sure to come down for that. We also have been granted a official AMG MCP GT. So we're having a GT in London in the same location at Dark Sphere in West London, and that'll be happening June 28th. So come on down and get some of those new dice that they have, yellow dice this year, amongst
yellow dice.
Yeah, yellow dice.
You're telling me it's not possible to have blue dice and yellow dice simultaneously?
Well, you could if you really were crazy like that. So those are 2 big events happening
really were
in
Swedish
London.
Like that.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? Oh my goodness. Huggy Bear, come on over then. Come over. Bring the fam. It's a beautiful time. June, come on, buddy.
So tempting. Sadly, I don't have any blue ones for starters.
Well, I can arrange that. We can make arrangements for that. Don't worry. Because that you need that, right? Blue and yellow. Every Swede needs blue and yellow dice. What was I saying? So yeah, think about it. Let me know if you want to come. Tickets for that one are not available just yet, but you can buy some for the Mutant Weekender. Just
I don't
look.
know if Thor is kind of regretting picking up a hammer here, because if he hadn't, then he could teleport without dropping it to
Oh yeah.
start working on either Drax or Namor.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point. Sometimes you shouldn't do the reflexive thing, which you've always done. Like in this case, probably picking up extract for points, because you're looking at a different utility. And if he's just going to be your beater, bunning around, and with this kind of crisis in particular, we can teleport. You know, he shouldn't be the extract guy. He should be the beaten up guy.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as he's not holding an extract, then every attack into him is like not wasted, but at least not as efficient strategy wise. Ooh, Miss Marvel
Yay, she embiggens.
and Biggins.
Ooh, I just tried a new whiskey from the same place, Sailor's Home. Very interesting flavors. This one tastes like bananas a little bit. Wow. It's amazing.
B-A-N-A-N.
Bananas, bananas. Let's go bananas. All right, come on, Ms. Marvel. Punch that girl.
He's looks like he's punching Loki because he
Loki.
was within 2.
Okay, Loki. Yep. Good hit. 4 hits before rerolls.
Yeah.
Against 1 save only. Ooh. Of course, she's got a skull, so she's gonna get a pity
2
damage.
instances of rerolls. So yeah, pity damage is pity.
2 rerolls, 1 from Namor, 1 from herself, and does not convert. So that'll be 3 damage going through. Nope.
Yeah, that's right.
Another reroll.
Loki counts her skull. So
Loki's calls the skull. Okay, so that's still
AMG really did a good job creating Loki 2 in such a way that he's incredibly annoying.
Yes, he's 100% flavorful. We said that on the podcast. So we have revived the Across the Bifrost podcast, and we did an episode on Loki and Thor 2, and we said exactly that. Not so great to play against in the game, but you got to hand it to AMG. They certainly captured his character in the rules.
Yeah. I believe Namor should have an activated token on him.
Yeah. All right, second attack. She did not do so terribly well. Only 2 hits. And with the skull counting as a save, that means only 1 going through. Plus she takes pity damage. Oh, God. What a mess. So that leaves...
but she almost did as much damage to herself
as
she did to
Loki. That's what's happened.
Which is actually quite common.
Yeah. It really is. Like when I was playing X-Men and fighting against Asgard, it sucked. I would constantly nearly kill myself and not do terribly much to them. It was awful. He's flipped a card. He's flipped... Oh, he's just messing with us. He keeps flipping them and then flipping them back.
Now they're at least they're not red now.
Mm-hmm.
He's corrected their position in the...
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Good job. Thank you, Gil. Jim. All right. Back over to Gil then. Eventful round 2 so far. Actually, been eventful both rounds.
So if this stands, then Jim would be scoring, Gil would be scoring 3 currently, making it an even 7-7.
Mm-hmm.
But given the fact that didn't Namor activate really?
Namor's done.
So this is Gil's sec. Yeah, exactly. So I'm confused because that would mean Gil pass.
No, because it was Ms. Marvel just now, right?
Yeah, I mean, but because Gil had Prio, and he's dazed one of Jim's models. So maybe could we have missed that? Or maybe it's Quicksilver that hasn't activated. He's accidentally put the tick on
Oh,
Quicksilver instead of
yeah.
Namor.
Okay,
That
I
might
see
be
the
it.
confusion.
That's
Yeah,
probably it. Yeah,
yeah. Sorry,
that's
I
probably
didn't.
it.
I
Yeah,
wasn't looking over there. Yeah, Quicksilver hasn't gone yet. No,
yeah.
no.
So that makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, so if you want to hear about the new crises, listen to the latest episode of Across the Bifrost, where Jamie and I go through them all, give us our explain how they work, and give our opinion about what we think about them, and also talk about how they kind of click with the original set of crises. That's out now, and in a couple days' time, we will have an episode out on the errata that also happened. So kind of a twofer this week because so much is happening in the game right now, which is a great place to be. All right, so it looks like Lady Jane is going after Ms. Marvel, teaching the whelp a lesson or two. That's 4 hits with a crit into 2 saves, but there'll be a ton of rerolls coming on. Crit rolls into another hit, so that's 5 hits so far. Does she have triggers?
Jane?
Yep.
He has a wild throw.
All right, she's got that. So it looks like 3, 4, 5 into
Oof.
2 saves, if I'm seeing this right. So that's 3. I think that would daze poor little Ms. Marvel. Kamala. She didn't last very long. Just like in real life. Okay. She's dazed. Done. Lady Jane's got another action left to go. Gil looking to teleport her, possibly. No, instead she's moving on to the point. Why does she get to move? She has a charge.
Charge.
Yeah, so she charges down onto the point so she can be in range of Namor and does her second attack into Namor. Not a good hit. 2 hits, bunch of rerolls will happen into 1 save. So there'll be 3 hits.
Throw though.
Yeah.
This is because now he can throw Namor to end up within range of Thor 2.
All right, so that is 3 hits. No, sorry, 4 hits into. There's a bunch of rerolls. Are they finally done? 4 hits into 1 save. So 3 should be going through if I'm doing this right. Oh, there's another reroll. Gosh, there's so many rerolls here between Namor and Loki and what have you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits into 1 save. Gil's picking up more dice though. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like 5 hits still into 1 save. That should knock out Namor. Yikes.
That should work. That should do it.
And he's got a hammer.
Yep.
Now does
not need this.
Is the throw before or after damage is dealt?
I think it's after on her, but
okay.
Before on Thor 1. I'll double check.
Let's see if this is going through. Yep, that's a dazed Namor. Wow. Thor 2 who?
After attack is resolved.
Thank you.
It's her throw.
Where are the Americans now? Gloating over the fact that Lady Thor is the superior Thor now. Hey, Liam Watts in the chat. Hey, buddy. Liam is from Scotland, of course. And I learned a fact about Scotland listening to a podcast about the Panama Canal. So get this. The Scots were the first to attempt to try to build that canal in 1801 or something like that. Failed so miserably that it literally bankrupted the nation and led to them kind of semi being forced to join the Union with England to form the United Kingdom. I had no idea it was that. Man, they had a lot riding on that canal. That's a big change.
For sure is.
I knew it was because of financial reason. I knew it was financial reasons that drove them to join the Union with England, but I didn't realize it was because they got bankrupt from the canal. Okay, Quicksilver decides to move behind that size 3 cargo chamber, but then he attacks Thor 2, which is interesting.
I think he's eyeing a can I borrow that play here?
Oh, Thor 2 has one, yeah. And so he didn't do any damage that time.
Is that container a size 3 in front of him?
Yes, it is. So 1 damage did go through, actually, after the rerolls, and Karanabara that happens. And so he does take that second hammer, and he's got a second action to bug out.
He does not, though, because he can't do his extra move when he's holding extracts.
Oh, okay.
And Thor 2 can throw the size 3.
Oh, God.
He does have it.
He has brace, and he's got power to use it. Just good old Jim working out the power numbers, leaving himself 1
Quicksilver is no slouch at dodging, though. But I mean,
there it goes. Sure enough. All right, let's see. That's 4 damage coming in.
Cannot afford to.
Oh, God.
The fact that he's...
Oh, no.
No block, but he does have 2 rerolls.
Okay.
3 maybe. Does the Inhuman rerolls work on?
I don't know.
He doesn't.
That's 1 save, so he takes 3 out of 5 damage.
Yep.
Oh, he's got a hammer, so he can't. He has to pay 2 hammer tax. Nobody remembers the hammer tax.
That's it.
The hammer tax is a myth. It's fake news. So that's Thor. What did he pounce himself at?
Now, Quicksilver should be able to lightning reflexes out of there. Yep.
Sure enough. Get the fuck out. Why did Thor move, though, a little bit?
Because he wasn't within 2.
Oh, of course. He has to move now, too.
Nah.
Look at this, everybody. Look, it's working. The nerf is working. Because that short move may not have helped Thor.
I'm picturing Quicksilver like Anakin Skywalker in the Phantom Menace now. It's working. It's working.
Hey, Kenji's good old Lewis. He was on the stream a couple matches ago. Did a great job against Gil, but didn't manage to win it at the very last moment. You got to watch that match, everybody, if you haven't seen some excellent gameplay against Asgard pre-nerf. That was a round 6 game that Lewis managed to lose just at the last moment. Good to have you back. All right, this is back over to Jim now. Now that Thor 2 is done, and it looks like he's activating Drax. Lewis and I were both at a tournament, a local tournament, a semi-local tournament in Bexley, which is about a half hour away from East London, where I live. And we had a great time. It was my birthday weekend, and they even had a little cake for me, which was super nice of them. And we had a great time playing. I was playing Thralls of Dracula, and went 3-1.
Awesome.
Only losing to a Inhumans Thor 2 matchup, which I really had a good shot in. I was playing really well, but Ulik totally crapped the bed. 3 actions out of him over 2 turns, and he needed to do some work and just didn't do anything all 3 times. And I was like, it was disaster. Had that not happened, I would have been in a much good position to win, actually. Drax moving forward into the middle and is attacking Thor. He's spent a crap ton of power, so I'm going to guess that is his Titan Killer spender. Is this a throw as part of that Titan Killer? Yeah. So he throws him into Baron Zemo, looks like. Yeah. So Baron Zemo will have to dodge 4 damage coming in.
And I'm not sure, but he might have gotten Thor off the point there.
Yep. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, this is the dodge. 1 crit. Crit rolls into 2 saves. So 2 saves, 2 going through, 2 out of 5 damage on Baron Zemo 1. Oh, and Drax decides to just walk away. He doesn't attack. He goes right back on the point with his hammer.
I mean, he could have gone to the point that now only has Zemo on it, and Zemo is injured, so he would have swung the VP, but then he would have put Drax in harm's way for next round.
Yep. So that's the end of Jim's activation. In fact, that's the end
Drax
of the round.
Holding a hammer, so yeah.
Yeah. So yes, Red Cuddle is right. Drax just moved forward through Thor 2 and then moved right back. That was it. No attacks.
Yep. And
Jim takes
so
the lead.
Zemo wasn't on the point either, so he took away the point anyway.
Yeah.
So Jim scoring 4 and Guild scoring 2. But Asgard is heavily up on attrition as things stand now. So Jim is a few spikes away from disaster and will be so for quite some time unless his attacks are showing up.
Crunstel is mentioning how Ulik doesn't show up for him as well, and so he hasn't been playing him very much. I can tell you that, man. I was playing in the first WTC with Ulik in Shadowland Daredevil Criminals, and he literally, over the course of 2 activations, so 4 chances, he just had to roll a wild so I could push somebody off of a point, and I would have won that match, and hence we would have won that round and gone into the finals. And he just didn't do it. It just didn't do it. I was livid. It was horrific. That was against the mighty JJ from Austria. Super chill guy, lovely guy. Saw him at the Mutant Weekender.
Really
you did, Swoon. Yeah, I love that guy. So he had a good match and didn't lord it over me when I didn't manage to roll that bloody wild for the match. He was a very good sportsman about it, and I actually held it together too. To be honest, as much as I'm a sword lord, I did complain. I said, you know, like, what are you doing? But I didn't lose my crap, so that was good. Yeah. All right, Namor attacking Loki 2, I think.
It's the other way around.
Other way around. Oh yeah, of course. Skills got activated. So okay, so that means just 2 hits into it looked like, I don't know how many saves. 3 saves. No saves. Oh god. So 2 hits go through on Namor. What whiskey did you use in that Coke? What whiskey did you put in the Coke?
Lafroig.
Oh gosh, wow, that is an intense drink.
Yep.
I like spiced rum.
I'm not too big on the smokier ones anyway, so
yeah, me neither.
I enjoy them, but they are not like my favorites. I actually enjoy Japanese brands.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They are very good.
My favorite of all time is still Nika from the Barrel.
I like drinking spiced rum with Coke. I don't like whiskey and Coke. It's too blah. The spiced rum makes a really nice, well-rounded drink. Okay, so that was one action. Gil's taking his time thinking about what he's going to do with his second one.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he was hoping to get more damage through. Now it's like a bit of a stretch getting Namor down in 1 more attack.
Well, he's going to give it a go.
He could be considering whether he should abort mission and attack something else, but
3 hits with a crit into 1 save so far. All the rerolls.
It's actually 4 hits because he counts Jim's skull.
Yeah.
And that's he actually double counts it because he can spend.
I know.
But as well. So. I mean, Loki 2 doesn't look much on paper, but when you start adding that shit up, then
yeah. You know, the Americans don't rate him though. They feel it's all about Lady Jane only, not Loki too. But the Americans are,
Yep.
they got their own meta. They're in their own kind of
Yeah,
universe.
I mean, a friend of mine in our meta did some like Longshanks statistics, and he looked at like if you look at like rated event in Europe since October, uh, and you look at the same thing in the US, you get totally different
Mm-hmm.
top 5 affiliations,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yep.
entirely different.
Loki 2 managed to do another 3 hit points of damage, so Namor's on 5 out of 7, and that ends Loki's activation.
So I assume Namor will be inclined
Yeah,
to activate here.
I'd imagine so. So to be the Lady Jane who has a hammer sitting on the floor next to him, or Loki. Let's see where he goes. I mean, he's got a ton of power. He could do Spender and get her to drop that thing and run away. He's going to charge and try to stagger her.
I mean, double tap Lady Jane to death. 8 health seems a bit of a stretch. But I mean, gonna have to get lucky sooner or later. He could also go with Miss Marvel and patch up Namor. Try to have her kill Jane. She has a ton of power. You could throw her and then punch her twice in her big form. Inhuman royal family could feed her additional rerolls.
Just trying to think. There's 6
Maybe,
point.
yeah. I mean, it could also be Black Bolt go time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on his backside, and he's got Whisper power for Whisper. What's power? What does Whisper cost?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah, what you don't want to make is a careless Whisper.
No. Six. Okay, so you can't do it twice a turn. Actually, could you spend 6 if you had 10? Could you spend 6 and then have another character give him a power from the leadership and then do it again?
No, because that would only have you end up on 5.
Oh yeah, 4. Okay, yeah. They thought of that. Those demons.
You could do it under Red Skull
1. There you go. You've unlocked it. That's it. That's gonna be the new Kolar list. Looks like patch up. Looks like Kamala is patching up Namor for 5. Nicely done, Kamala. That was a good use of that card. Amazing.
She does not have to activate to do that.
Nope. Namor looking at going after the midline. Maybe Thor. Let's see. So he's done a charge. For that sweet power he's got. And is attacking Baron Zemo. He wants Zemo off the table. Nobody likes Zemo. Dice being thrown. Oh God, Namor is shitting the bed in a serious way. He's rolled 1 hit. God, Namor, wake up. You need to do something. Or you're going back into the ocean. Here he goes again. I think he...
Yeah, we don't know who he's targeting here.
No, he did his spender, though. I saw him spend more power.
dangerous giving Thor 1 more power because then he can afford his pounds. Although he does not have
There we
a
go.
hammer anymore. Whoa.
5 hits with the crit into just 1 save. There'll be some rerolls.
I assume he's targeting Simo because Gil is rolling 3 defense dice and Thor has 4 across the board.
Good.
So this should be a dead Simo if that.
Knocked out. Knocked out. Finish him. Yeah, 2 saves doesn't do it. Zame. I wonder why he was targeting him so much.
Yeah,
Oh, and
if
I think
I
he
was
just
Namor, I would be teleporting out of there now.
Yeah, exactly what he did. And he rolled a shield, which means he can put himself where he wants, and he decides to put himself at the bottom, secure.
Yep. Seems like a decent place to be. Protected by King Boltagon's bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the Bjorn is in the chat too. Good old Bjorn came over for the Mutant Weekender in January, so nice to see him.
Yes.
What a nice
we all
nice
did.
treat. Yeah.
It was a very enjoyable trip.
Very Swedish invasion. Got everybody nervous. All the English were nervous. All right, Black Bolt just
turns out.
Black Bolt just spent a bunch of power. Looks like Terrigen missed.
Human Royal Family.
Human Royal Family. There we go. So he's going to get defensive
that's
rerolls,
the card
right?
that gives him. Now I think he can re-roll all dice in one defense or attack roll at one time over the course of the round.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Yeah. Meanwhile, also on his injured side, he does not have bodyguard. Thanks everybody for reminding me. I learned that actually. Right. Yeah, no bodyguard on his backside, which is interesting. He's too busy kicking ass to bodyguard.
Human Royal Family. Any number of enlightenment costs 2 power per character. Once this round, each character that spent power may re-roll any number of dice in one of their attack rolls or defense rolls. Yeah. So that makes sense. He needs Gil's activations to whiff, so he doesn't go down too much on attrition. So that he can. I mean, if he can get another decent scoring round out of this without losing, without having a character KO'd, then I think he's in a decent spot. Jim, that is.
Yep. Gil weighing up what Thor 2 can do against Quicksilver, who does have 2 hammers. How much is his Trickster Away ability cost? Is it 2 power?
3, so it's not online.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, I have some thoughts about the health of the wargaming hobby.
Right.
I went to.
This sounds serious.
Well, a little bit. It's tough these days. Kids are understandably distracted with their phones, but also just more specifically about video games. Right. Video games are very hard to not. It's easy to see why people are so attracted to them and why they're so popular, right? And it worries me a bit, and I'm sure many other people, about the health of tabletop real life wargaming, because there's a higher barrier to playing them in all sorts of respects, right? But think about this. I went to see a jazz concert on Friday last week, and it was 4 guys in a quartet. And they were all in their mid-20s, okay, playing not original music, but old school style jazz, right? Which is not popular, let's face it, okay? And they were crushing it, and you could see how much fun they were having playing the music and riffing off each other. And they're in their mid-20s, right? So they're not going to be necessarily, my point is I guess, there is a subset of personalities out there that resist the popular things, or I don't know, overlook them, let's say. And so we should have faith and optimism that we could do the same in tabletop wargaming. And I encourage you to find new players, find young people, and turn them on to it, because you never know Most of them will be like whatevs.
Sure.
Others, though, just will switch on. And I hope you guys are out there hearing this can help that happen, because it does take a little incentive. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, young people have always been hard to lure into this hobby, mainly because of the price tag, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But and then there's, I mean, I don't know if there's actually. I get the impression that there are even more miniatures gamers these days than there used to be in like the 90s.
But are they
But
older?
there are so many more games to choose from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you have to add all of those up, and then we're talking.
Yeah.
Because in the 90s, there were basically just Warhammer and nothing else.
Yep. Yep. I feel like it's an older demographic, though. Not that that's bad, and I don't mean like old, like in gray beards. I'm just saying, like, like 30s or so.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. The other point I wanted to make, Huggy Bear, is I distinctly remember saying this to myself when I started playing war games, tabletop war games. Because I started pretty late in life. I was playing video games. I love video games. I played them when they were first new. I know that's how old I am. Yeah, more or less, they were new. I was playing them with ASCII codes, not graphics. ASCII characters moving around on a screen was like our game. But then I got into tabletop games, and I said to myself, I was playing war games. I was playing World of Warcraft pretty heavily. I said to myself, you know what? Computers will always be there. Once I don't have a community, or I get too old to go out or something like that. You know what I mean? I said, I can always come back to them. But let me play war games for now, and I can always come back to the video games at any point, because they're always going to be there, And that was 35 years ago. No. Something like that. When World of Warcraft came out, whenever that came out, more or less.
Yeah.
And here I am. I haven't played video games since. Not really. Just playing tabletop war games so much. I love it. And I love
Black
being
Bolt's going
with people. Yeah, sorry, guys. So he got Black Bolt teleported onto the center point and is now going to beam with a whisper, I guess. Thor? No.
Maybe not.
Teleporting
again.
Oh, he must have failed the first one, and Gil put him in the middle. And then he won this one. So now he's teleported himself onto the one he probably wanted to go to, which is fine. He doesn't have power for Whisper yet, but that's okay. I think, well, there are 2 targets, so he needs to get 1 power off of 1 attack before he can do his Whisper.
Boom! That's
holy shit! Whoa! 4. Oh my god! 8 hits! 8 hits into 2 saves! Who took this damage? Loki 2 or Lady James. One of the two. I don't know. Wow. Black Bolt coming through for Jim. Thanks, everybody, for replying in the chat with your thoughts on this. This is really good to see you guys and thinking about this sort of stuff as well. About getting kids into the wargaming hobby. Recal. Okay. That was a good recal, Gil. Good time to play it, I mean.
No one spent the power for it yet, though.
Here comes the rerolls. 1 save for Gil. 4 hits, so not as immense, but still 3 going through. 3 going through. I'm not sure who the target was, but both would survive this. They both can take 3.
So has to be Loki, I guess.
Maybe it's a Loki reroll.
Why didn't the damage go on?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I think it's Whisper now. Only 4 hits into 3 saves with a bunch of crits, so that first attack, whoever went to...
That's 4 saves.
4 saves. Oh boy, that recal was a ball breaker.
Yeah, turns out this was a careless whisper. Black Bolt's never gonna dance again.
That's a good hit. Ooh, 7 hits. 7 hits.
What mouth?
Into a good save.
Ooh.
Jeez, these dice gods are not playing around tonight. They're all rolling hot. This looks like it's going into Lady Jane. She just spent a power to get a Loki reroll. Oh, God. Loki gets all the skulls as saves as well. Good Lord. Oh, he's such a pain in the ass. Somebody look up when World of Warcraft released, please. I'm trying to figure out if it was actually 35 years ago. Because that sounds crazy to me. 2003. Thanks, Adman. 2003. So that means, let's say if it was 22 years ago. 22 years ago. Maybe a little less. I switched out of it like maybe 20 years ago. So 20 years ago is when I made that proclamation. Here I am. Still pretty good. Right. So Lady Jane took 3 points of damage and got, is that stun? I don't know the new symbols yet. Are those stuns symbols? The little sparkles on them?
Those stagger.
Stagger.
Stun are the purple ones, and then the stagger is the light blue one.
Right. Okay. So they're both stunned, and she's also staggered. That's something at least, but man, that recal really took the wind out of Jim's sails there. All right, somebody's rolling dice again. I don't think it's Black Bolt, so it must be Gil doing something.
Black Bolt's gonna roll his dice again.
No, Adman, he did his first attack to get enough power to then do the whisper. So I think he's done. If I did it right, maybe I did messed it up. Because Black Bolt doesn't have a tick on him yet, so.
Oof.
Maybe there's still rerolls happening or something. I don't know. Or is this against Loki? Don't know. A lot of rerolls happening.
It looks like a normal builder, which has Pierce.
Oh yeah.
But that's still 4 blocks. My God.
You know, Gil's been so lucky. Inhuman royal family.
Yeah, it was the card we discussed earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was more damage going through on Lady Jane. She took 3 more. She's on 6 out of 8. That was very complicated. Suffice it to say, Black Bolt's done a sufficient amount of damage to Lady Jane and to Loki, but not enough to daze them or knock them out.
Yep.
That's not going to be good for Jim. He is holding a lot of extracts, though. So it may still be okay. All right. That's Jim done. Over to Gil.
Yep.
Let's see what happens
Jim's
here.
Attacks have not been connecting so far this round.
No, Namor didn't do so great either.
Whiffs from both Namor and Black Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last one was not a whiff, but the block was immense.
Gil also still has Odin's Blessing on the table. Okay, this looks like Lady Jane into Kamala. It's a good game. Really good game. There's craziness going on. Oof. 5 hits with 3 crits into no saves? Oh,
Good
Kamala.
Lord.
You poor thing.
Oh, Lord.
6. Is that a one shot?
Yep. That's a one shot.
This is a one-shot city. Where's Joe? Joe, give us your tagline. What's happening? Yes, you're right, Darthair. Namor did knock out Zemo, so that's good. So that's Kamala off the table. Oh, see you later, kid. And Lady Jane still has a second action. Black Bolt's sitting right there, but on the other hand, and she has a hammer, so she's probably not going to teleport.
Nope. Okay, so now Jim has no characters. I mean,
So Lady Jane's
Thor
done.
2 has still got to go, so I mean, he does need to go after the hammer sooner or later, but if he can take out either Black Bolt or Namor, then there's not much sauce left in Jim's team.
Maybe he's going to get Drax to... What's Drax's throw, though? Probably 3, right? 2.
Cost 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to
funnel the power to him from Namor.
Oh, yeah. Inhumans, of course. Jim trying to decide between Quicksilver and Drax still to go. Looking at Lady Jane. He's used his borrow with that card, so he's not going to be able to steal anymore. Oh, she was staggered. That's why Lady Jane only did 1 attack. Thanks, yep. Coddle. Yeah, she had to take down the stagger. I mean, but why doesn't Quicksilver just run away with his 2 points? Why is he trying to do something aggressive?
I mean, I think he has to do something, because otherwise Gil will simply pick Jim's characters off one by one.
Yeah, but I mean, Quicksilver's doesn't have that many hits. He's not. Does he? He's got that.
No, but he has the theoretical possibility to do big attacks, but he's too far away, and he can't do his extra move with while holding extracts.
Yep. Or maybe he's going to run away. Yeah, he's going to run away. Into the quarter. Deepest, darkest Africa.
Okay. I suppose Jim did his maths.
Yeah, if anybody did, Jim did. All right.
Yeah.
Thor 2's in the action now.
Yeah, still seems a bit stiff.
Is he not... Yeah, he's not contesting the middle secure.
No, he was thrown off, so that's bad news for Thor.
Yeah.
Looks like he should get within 1 with 1 move. Maybe if we look at a top-down view, we could more easily judge. Ooh, yeah, I think that's in. It's tight, but I think it's in.
Yeah, Gil, is he going to take a chance? Here he does. He does. Here it comes.
He's going to be in. Yeah, easily in.
Oh, I don't know. That wasn't that. It wasn't super tight, but it was pretty tight.
So Jim needs a whiff from Thor here.
This is going into Drax, I imagine, because he's got the hammer. 5 hits with a crit.
That's no whiff.
No, with no saves. Oh, God.
That's so go. Whoa.
That's Drax down. Yep. And a hammer back over to Thor, which is not what you want to see. He picks that hammer up and is probably going to whack. Oh, no, he can't whack Namor, right? Because he had...
No, but he can pounce into him. Or he just saves his power. But he's healthy, so he's scoring that point.
Yep.
Gadoosh.
Nasty.
Ow. This is starting to look pretty bad for Jim.
Yeah. So that is 9 points to Jim, 10 to Gil. So Gil's got a points lead and an attrition lead.
Yeah.
Yikes.
He's handed over Prio, though. So Black Bolt will get the chance to do another Whisper if he wants. But that would mean letting Thor activate
Yeah,
down south.
with impunity.
And both Drax and Namor are now injured, so the repercussions of either of them going down is the consequences are permanent.
I mean, Namor could try to stagger Thor, but then Thor still has an attack, and the pounce.
Yeah, and then I think Jane kills Black Bolt.
Oop, playing Freya's something blessing, which
Freya's
is
blessing.
this character may reroll any number of his defense dice. Oh my god, these cards with Asgard are so ball busting, man! Oh man.
Yeah, turns out they're still pretty good.
Yeah, you just got to learn how to use Thor properly, like a normal character, as opposed to being an easy button. And look at this. Yeah, it looks like a whisper. That makes sense. Yep. Whisper into Loki 2 first. Ooh, not a good save.
That's not a good whisper.
No. Oh, there you go.
At least
5.
didn't roll a skull. Yeah,
It didn't roll
should do
skull. That's
it.
actually all right. Actually, yeah. That's 5 save. Yeah, so that takes down, that dazes Loki 2. Big. That's big news.
He needs this.
Attack into Lady Jane. 4 hits with 2 crits into 1 save.
Should do the trick.
Could do it. He'd get a hammer off of her as well. I think that does it. Oh, Odin's blessing.
Yeah.
Oh, kicking the Jimmy.
But I mean, he has another action, so
Yeah, but still. Oh my god. So she's taken 1. She's sitting on 1. She's also staggered and stunned as well. But yes, as you point out, Black
I
Bolt
don't think Black Bolt minds doing that second attack. I mean,
No.
He can whiff, of course.
Yeah. Let's see. Another bad save from Gil.
Yeah,
And that takes her down. Wow. Okay. Jim needed this. He's got to stay in this game this round, or else it's game over. It's game over, man. Game over. Come on, finish up. Yep, that dazes her. So that's it for Black Bolt as well. And the hammer he's picking up. Okay. So nobody at the top but Black Bolt. So he scores the hammer, and that's secure. Leaves us on the bottom now of the board. That really just means Thor 2 left. So question is Gil go, or does he pass? This is a good game. Don't forget, Quicksilver's got 2 points hiding in the corner in the bottom left off screen. And he's got the secure at the top. Thor's got a hammer, so he's not going to want to teleport up to the top. Does Gil go, or does he pass?
good question. I mean, if it goes, he leaves the field pretty open for Jim to score 6 points this round, which would be dangerous.
Yeah, Coddle says if he gets Thor's hammer, he could win the game.
If he could.
All right. Namor. Looks like Namor. I would do this too. Well, if Gil passed, like, no. Okay, it's Gil going. Gil's going to go into Namor. Yeah, that makes sense. Thor 2 into Namor makes sense.
Recal is still in the hand of Jim, and he also has brace.
Ooh. Not a good hit.
Well,
3.
that's a good block.
Good block as well. Wow. Ooh, Jim might pull this out.
Yeah, he actually, if Namor doesn't go down here, then I would actually say Jim immediately wins.
If he gets the hammer.
He automatically gets the hammer with
Oh,
Namor's
his
spender.
crabs. He's got crabs.
Yep, the crabs.
I remember
And
there was a
then
film.
Drax can throw him off the point.
Yeah. There was a
Move to the
film in
middle
the
point.
film in the 80s where the kids got crabs like teenagers. And they thought that the way to get rid of them would be to soak themselves in a chlorine pool, like a public swimming pool. They were sitting on the edge while these lifeguards are asking them why they keep sitting there all day, and they're trying desperately not to scratch their crotches. It turns out it didn't work. Doesn't work for that kids, the crabs. Although these days kids, they do a lot of manscaping. I'm sure they could just manscape it all off, and that'd take care of the crabs problem.
What's manscaping?
How do I say this on a family-friendly show? It's shaving.
You have to explain yourself. I don't know what manscaping is. Am I not a native speaker, Robert?
It's shaving your privates.
Shaving your privates.
Possibly entirely. Manscaping, yeah. You like that?
Yeah. I'm good.
See?
Forestry.
Forestry reference. It's like trimming the hedges around the tree trunk. You see what I mean? See how your fluency in English is improving on this show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
You're gonna impress all your Swedish friends at the next cocktail party.
Cocktail. So looks like Thor might have pushed Namor outside of 2 from himself there. Not sure.
Why did Namor move?
But maybe this is the spender coming in.
Okay. Oh, that's a good hit.
That looks really like the spender, but that's a good block though. And
rerolls.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's 5 blocks.
Oh wow! 3 for 5 blocks. Yeah, Namor. Oh my God! That's 1, 2. So 6 hits into 5 blocks.
Namor still has to.
And
that's 1 damage. That's 1 single damage.
These are titans battling it out.
Yeah, I mean. Yep. Yeah, this will settle the game in Jim's favor.
Is this the throw?
Jim will score 7 points.
Whoa. And Gil thought he had it in the bag. I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Namor has brace. There's no more things that Thor can do. The only fuck-up that can happen for Jim is if Namor walks up, spenders Thor to have him drop the hammer, but then Thor does his counterattack, KOing Namor.
Oh yeah, counterattacks. Thanks.
That could happen, but Quicksilver can still double move onto the point, and then Drax can move to the middle, and that's 7 points.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, exciting. Let's see if Jim sees
Question is if Jim sees it. Yeah.
Yep. He's thinking about it.
Yeah,
but
should easily be.
Drax got enough power to throw Thor off the point anyway.
Oh yeah, throw Thor off the point. Move to the middle.
Yeah, Quicksilver moves up.
Namor stabs Thor, has him drop the hammer close to the point, and then Quicksilver moves to the point, picks up the hammer. Namor doesn't have to survive.
No.
Wow.
Okay. There's this. Wow. How did this happen?
Wow.
This is amazing. What a great game.
Yeah. We'll see if Jim follows through.
But yeah, I think he's seen it.
Resolute enough. Yeah,
It looks like he's
he
seen
says, "His eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize."
it. Yeah. Love it.
That was not. That came out of nowhere, really.
Really. It really did. Good old Jim saw it, too. See, he did all the maths and figured out the points. Okay, here's the crabs attack. Another crab attack. It's going to give Thor crabs. And, ooh, nice hit. 5 hits into 2 saves. Now the rerolls happen. Crits exploding, yada, yada. 6 hits into 3 saves. So 3 go through. That's fine. He drops it. Now, we have to see if he survives the counterattack. That's the tricky part here.
As long as he doesn't pick up the hammer for himself. Good.
3, yes, 6 into 3. 3 hits going through. But let's see what the counterattack does.
Oh, don't do that, Jim. No, 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 no.
What?
He's put the hammer next to Namor, and if Namor now dies from the counterattack, then Quicksilver cannot pick up the hammer and be on the point.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. It could have been Quicksilver who picked it up. But he survives. He survives. He only takes 1 damage from the counterattack. Yeah.
That's lucky, Jim.
I like what you thought, though. That's really clever that you were going to have a Quicksilver pick up that last one.
Yeah.
Holy moly, what a match. Wow. See, this is why you do not give up in MCP. Never give up.
That was a roller coaster ride, yeah. Never give up. Another one of those finals that end up really, I mean, surprising in the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. What a great game. Also, Asgard, still good. I mean...
For sure. I mean, Thor takes... I mean, he does on average 1 attack less, at least every other round. We didn't see any double taps from him, I think. Yeah, we did. This last round, he double tapped Namor. But yeah, he was played very differently from what we've been used to seeing lately. And I mean, he can still perform, especially if you bring other characters that are able to set him up, like throwing characters towards him so that he can punch them and things like that. So yeah, but good job on Jim for seeing this angle.
Yeah,
I certainly didn't.
No.
So yeah, and I think if Jim doesn't pull out the win here, I think it's looking grim.
Yeah,
really grim. Even if he goes to 15 points, then yeah, sure, Quicksilver is still in the corner there and should be able to pull the game home. But yeah, very exciting, very, very, very surprising and interesting game.
Cool. Let's go talk to the players. I'll see you over in their channel.
See you there.
All right, buddy. Hey, if anybody's got questions for the boys, let us know, and we will endeavor to try to ask them. Meanwhile, let me find their channel and look. It was really good having you all with us today for this final, because it was a doozy. Really fun. There they are. All right, just connecting. Come on, connect. Dope. What just happened? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey there, fellas.
Thanks.
Hello, guys.
Thanks for letting us stream this match. Wow, we had so much fun watching this. Such a great game.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We thought you were enjoying it.
Very much so. Gosh, the drama, all the one-shots, and just the heavy amount of damage going on. Gil seeming to dominate the attrition part of the match early on, and then just this last-minute... I don't know, puzzle unwrapping that Jim managed to pull off for the win. It's amazing. What a great game.
Yeah, we were doing some math there at the end, both of us.
So yeah, Gil, tell us about this match a little bit. You must have been pleased with the crises, and you also still took Thor 2 despite the nerf.
Yeah, I had 2 practice games before this to see how he works. One against Torbjörn, from the Swedish winning team, and then another against Björn from the same team, and worked out that he's still fine. I mean, against Torbjörn, we worked out that he lost 2 attacks and 2 throws over the game,
Right.
which is still fine. That just means he's kind of balanced now. And crisis, absolutely. I think I couldn't have gotten better crisis out of the ones. As I won prior, I looked like senators. I'm not. No, sorry. Jim had scoundrels. If we get scoundrels, I'll lose. I can't play into scoundrels with his list. So I had to go secures and then hope I didn't get senators. And I got basically the best I could get, hammers, which is one of mine. And I just did a huge mistake in turn, what was it, 2? Yeah, turn 2, when I went for Quicksilver and forgotten he had enough power for
Okay, so that was an oversight. Yeah, we were wondering about that.
Yeah. So I was here. I could have walked over here, killed Drax, picked up the hammer, and getting the 2 points instead of going after him because he had 2 hammers. But this was a guaranteed 2 points, more or less. This was a very difficult. I could have jumped over and had the two attacks on him, and which should have killed Drax. And then I would have scored 2 here. And Quicksilver, he couldn't come in and go after me because then next turn I would take him out and get the points. I would have given him priority, but giving priority, and instead of being 6-7, I would have been 7-6, 8-5, I think. And up on attrition, and that was fine. So that was the big swing, and I never caught up with it. And then having Black Bolt over here, staying here was, Jim almost jumped back to the middle, but realized if you do that, Thor would punch him, get enough power to jump over, throw himself over here, and take out the guys and score. So he stayed there. And I don't know if I should have tried to use Odin's on Loki because he had more health to keep him alive and then take out Black Bolt. I just thought that, well, since, Jane can do more damage, I would have kept her. But I should probably have. And I don't know if Loki would have survived or not. But that was the thing. But the big mistake was definitely Thor going after Quicksilver because then he was out of position. I lost points because I wouldn't even get my middle. So it basically cost me 3 points. Well, 2 in total because I would have gone on and gotten 2 other points. But I would have kept the lead and be up on attrition instead of not being up on attrition as much as I wanted, and then go behind on points. And now there's no point going after him. I mean, I was contemplating next turn, jump with Loki or Jane and then just go after him and hope to take him down and somebody else pick the hammer up over here or something.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was worth it. I thought there's 2 points there, there's 5 points here, so I'll just try and kill him and get the 5 points here instead and win that way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, recal really saved you as well. That was a clutch move there.
Yeah, that was a big one. I was like, okay, it's going well. I mean, and Jane was rolling insane defense dice, and the damage output in turn 1 and 2 from both of us was just wow.
Yeah, it was great. The amount of output in this game was unreal. It was really crazy to watch, and made it very fun. Huggy Bear, what questions do you have for Gil?
Well, I was curious about when you played Odin's Blessing on Jane round 4. What was your reasoning behind that?
It was basically a little bit of a desperate attempt. It should probably have been on, because I was like, she has 2 left, Loki had 3 left. It probably would have been better on Loki because he had a bigger chance of survival. I just think she would be more dangerous if she survived, but it was a feeling decision instead of actually doing the proper math and going out. Now Loki has a bigger chance of survival with 1 more health point. They have the same defense. He doesn't have as many rerolls in the second attack, but he has the skulls. So if he survives, and that way he could also do damage on Jane's, the attack into Jane if he survives. So I could have let him survive possibly, and then do damage, and then hope for to survive the other one. And I just went, no, I think I want Jane to stay on the healthy side and survive. Because she had a hammer, and but the odds were against me. So I should have done the math instead of the feeling decision.
I mean, it's really hard to stay that cool in such a situation for sure. But now in the last round, at what time did you realize that Jim had an angle to actually get all the points? Because we realized that quite late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
it was when I had Thor over here, we're looking out. I was like, okay, I need to kill him. And as doing Thor's activation, I don't know Jim already worked it out, but we're talking about, wait a minute, you can score. Like there's 7 points, and you might actually, because he's got the 2 points over here.
Gil, you're muffling your microphone.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, it was. I kind of worked out doing Thor's activation. I think Jim might have done the math already. I was like, wait a minute, he has enough guys to do that.
Wait just a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had to go. I couldn't pass, even though it was because even with Friar's Blessing, if I pass, Drax would just throw me away and run over, and I wouldn't have power to throw myself back. And then it would be the kind of the same with the attacks and stuff. I thought this way, if I get Namor down, with the 2 attacks and the throw into the terrain and stuff, as we were saying, that was the only really, really bad. I mean, the way the attack dice are blown up, I thought 11 dice and a throw into terrain should kill Namor. It didn't. It ended up giving him a total of two damage, and then we thought, okay. And then we're basically down to when it was Jim's turn. He's like, okay, I just need to hit Thor with the wave of turtles, survive the clapback, and that's game. I was like, yeah. So we're both doing a little bit of, if you notice, he rerolled a success to try and not give me the 3rd damage, so I couldn't do clapback. And I was keeping Friar's Blessing to, if he managed to reroll so I wouldn't take a damage, I would have rerolled the success to take the 3rd damage so I did have the clapback. So there was a little bit of cat and mouse with that one with the rerolls. We were actually using them to not succeed. But yeah, and it was like at that point, it's like, yeah, I need to do. I mean, he should have, with the damage he given. I mean, even if Namor survived, he should have been on maybe 1, and then there's a chance the clapback works. But
yeah, we were discussing that, but we might get back to that situation later. But Jim, at what point did you realize that you had a 7 weave swing round 4? And if you say when you moved Quicksilver to the corner round 3, I won't believe you.
No, I think it was as soon as Black Bolt dazed both of the Asgardian friends on the far side, and it was just Thor. When I still had Brace and Recal, I thought he can't. Thor's unlikely to daze one of my boys here. So I thought I was likely to get 7 there.
One point we wanted to ask you is, rather than risking Namor picking up that last hammer because of the clapback, Thor's clapback could have wiped you out. Had you overlooked, or do you think it was impossible to have the extract placed as close to the secure as possible, and then have Quicksilver double move to pick it up and also contest that point?
Yeah, because we react when you put the hammer next to Namor and was like, oh my god, he might die from the clapback still. But if you had put it close to the secure, it wouldn't have mattered even if Namor died, because then Quicksilver would just score the point anyway.
Yeah, no, I completely missed that. That would have been a lot better.
Okay, yeah, cool. So do you think it would have been possible? I couldn't really tell where the.
I don't know if because he's right in the corner.
Yeah, may not be able to get over there in time.
Maybe, but yeah, it's silly me to not.
Possible to me, but yeah, it's hard to
hard to judge. Yeah.
No, but that would have been absolutely better. Yeah, that would have been guaranteed.
Yeah, but kudos to you for seeing this end play here, because it came out of nowhere. You look like you were on the ropes. Actually, we were quite concerned about how much attrition you were taking. Black Bolt did finally came up and did the whisper. You had a number of whiffs along the way here that just wasn't helping you all throughout the games, right from the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Were they whispers?
A few.
Would you say?
No, they were Whisper Gold. Have you ever had a Whisper Gold hoogie?
Whisper Gold.
Whisper, yeah, it's a. It's a now banned, I think, or now no longer distributed chocolate bar from in the UK. It's
really
got a Oh yeah, a lot of caramel in it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're not British either. Yeah.
No.
You get yourself a whisper gold, mate. Yeah,
What happened? Why are they illegal? Were they
I
full of
don't know,
cocaine or something?
Yeah, well, a whisper is just a chocolate bar with a bit of air in it. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know, a very light chocolate bar. But then the whisper gold has got a big
Oh gosh.
river of caramel running. Oh, just 1 second.
Oh no.
Mate, go to bed. Go to bed.
Are we all curious?
Sorry.
Whisper gold.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Seems like
I'll have to
Yeah.
get
like
one
you got
now.
a new
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. We'll have to get you that. That'll be your new call sign. Jim's around. When you play against you, we'll give you a whisper gold.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you, Norbert.
So,
Also, yeah, just back to your point around Namor as well, potentially living. I could have recaled my good attack roll as well.
yeah.
into a less
Yeah, yeah.
good one, so that he wouldn't have had
Yeah, yeah.
power. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, little things.
Jim, how did you decide on this particular team?
Yeah, I really like Namor into the Asgard because he's got it's like maneuverable enough to duck in and out, and obviously ignores the Odin's blessing and is good into Bill if that comes up. And then once you sort of settled on Black Bolt and Namor, the other three threats are just like the best for the situation. I really like Drax against Thor because he's got a lot of ways of displacing him, which is even better now that he suffers a bit more from displacement with his lower range, and you can stun him. So he's got a lot of ways of controlling Thor. And with 12 stamina on each side, it's actually quite hard to work around. And then Quicksilver because he's just excellent on this asset. And then Ms. Marvel was just the best generalist 3 for the roles. She was shit this game, but yeah, she could have done a bit better.
Yeah. What about bringing Quicksilver? Was the idea always to give him a hammer to have a better chance of trying to get the? Can I borrow that off?
Yeah. I wasn't certain when I deployed. I was deployed those 3 quite early. Kamala, Drax, and Quicksilver. So within 1 walk of my home hammer. So because I knew I've got the 5v4 without priority sort of like deployment advantage where I get to deploy 2 characters after I've seen everything for the Asgard. So I sort of just did that, thinking that way I can get to cherry pick this perfect sides for Black Bolt and Namor to start on.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't. That's why he just sort of ended up with it after I saw that Ms. Marvel could move up and try and get a power off, try and fish for the wild to get Jane off the point, and maybe even like contest that early with Namor and stuff like that. But but with the hammer, he's yeah. Sorry, you go for it.
I was happy you didn't get the push on Jane, because you did. I would have run over with Loki and put her back on the point, and then Thor had to fend for himself in the middle.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would have been sweet.
Yeah. All right, cool. Any other questions, Huggy Bear?
No, just want to say a big thank you for the game. Very entertaining, very interesting teams. Nice to see new Asgard in action, and very cool to see some more of Jim's Inhumans tech.
Yeah, absolutely. Inhumans.
And congratulations for winning the first Crisis event of the year, making it into the cut.
The Invitational, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers. Yeah, and thanks for streaming, and thanks for the game, Gil. That was really good fun. I really enjoyed it, despite Thor.
Yeah, this drops me down to 4th place, actually.
Does it really? Wow. Oh, that's too bad, because
I had the worst undefeated sus before the game, so I was hoping even if I lost, the sus from Jim would have given me a better position. But Rich and Angus is beating me out by a little bit.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, look, guys. Congrats as well to you, Jim. You win, so you're definitely in. Hopefully, Gil, you'll have enough points to make it in. But of course, you have 3 other seasons to go. 3 more seasons to go before the Invitational. So maybe you'll make it in. You did a great run. You shouldn't. You should feel really pleased with your. What's that?
I'm really pleased. I mean, it was like minor mistakes and a couple of dice rolls that made the whole difference. I mean, yeah. I mean, we would have played another round if Thor hadn't whiffed here at the end.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you can't complain about the dice. Everybody's dice were really blown up today.
Oh no, I never complain about the dice. The dice is what happens. It's only the timing of the good and bad rolls that makes any change in the game. You know, they're going to happen at some point. And you know, the more you roll well, you're expecting. Okay, so the last turn is going to be shit or what? You never know.
All right, everybody. Thank you as well for watching. We hope you enjoyed this amazing final. And we will be off now on hiatus for 2 weeks until the next season starts. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this match. Thank you, everybody, for helping us chat as well. And that you continue playing MCP at home or online. But most of all, thank you. It was great to have you back, Huggy Bear, and my regular co-host back in the seat. And it was really great having you. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Norbert. The pleasure was all mine.
All right, buddy. All right, everybody. Thanks again. And we will see you in no less than 2 weeks. Until then, have a great time playing Marvel Crisis Protocol. Take care and good night.
Good night.